Pencils down! Pencils down, baby. We're back. Look, chemo can't stop us, Eddie.
No.
Here we are.
It can't stop us.
It'll pause us, but it won't stop us. Real quick, let me just show off your Christmas gift today.
Who do you think you are? I am!
Right there. Right there. The man himself.
My only regret is the picture's not him going, I am, with the double thumbs at himself.
With the double thumbs. That's true.
That's the only regret.
But this is the load up. He's aiming the rifle right here. This is what got it. I mean, that's kind of cool too. Is he's got this is him with the rifle.
That's what it looks like.
This is great. So I mean, that was the moment. Without that form,
no, there's no
strike. Exactly.
There's no double thumbs.
Eddie, this is Ramble 335. Did you know that?
First one of 2023.
First Ramble of the new year. It's just you and I today. Cody's got his hands full. There's a lot going on over there.
There's so much. I mean,
he's got to figure out who the new speaker's going to be.
He's trying to mend fences. He keeps trying to peel 5 off, but like 6 show up on the other 20. It's
tough,
a mess over there.
There's no deals being made. It's just
no.
It's
and we know Cody was a McCarthy guy, like all up straight down the middle. McCarthy.
What's he gonna do now?
He's the one who brokered the deal between McCarthy and MTG.
I know he got MTG to come over, and
there's rumors that he got in bed with MTG just to get her to come over to McCarthy.
Wow.
So
because he thought she was going to be the only weirdo holdout,
right? So he starts boinking her to get her to come over.
Yeah.
And then a whole bunch of others peeled off.
Who's left to boink now for Cody?
We'll find out.
We're going to find out soon enough.
Who he's got to boink.
Who he has got to boink. My God. My God. Do you know you can email us, Eddie, at ramble at ramblepod.com. We have a Twitter page.
You can?
At Podcast Ramble 1.
Do that.
We're on Instagram at Podcast Ramble. We have a
TeePublic
store. Are you ready for this? I got some reading to do.
Yeah, what?
I got some reading to do. 133 5-star reviews, 133 ratings. And look at this.
Yeah.
December 7th, Joshua Snyder took the reins.
Yeah. That's Snides. Yeah, that's right.
December 14th. 3-time champion, Seahawks fan, 1987.
Three-peat.
All I got to say is three-peat. I'm here, the Hall of Fame of the Ramble, and I'll be at the live show in January. Can't wait. So three-time. Now I've already I got a little bit ahead here. I've read an email. Mm-hmm. So there's some controversy going on here about this, but
okay.
It's kind of a moot point now because December 17th, Terranatrix is now the king of the hill. We got another one.
Short title reign.
Terranatrix.
That was a short title reign.
That is, I believe, friend of the Ramble, Kelly, who is, Kelly, friend of the Ramble, Terranatrix. Yes. I'm a casual listener. I'll listen from time to time when life isn't too busy. Jerry and Eddie have gone above and beyond for me, though. They both have such big hearts. I've been going through having cancer and leading to a big surgery, and these guys have kept me going even when it's gotten really hard. They're just all around caring, funny, amazing dudes, and that's the title of Kelly's review. Amazing dude. Well, thank you very much, Terranatrix. Look at us, Eddie. Bam.
Hey, Kelly's going through some stuff, so send some good vibes her way if you're listening.
Eddie, for what it's worth, you are coming in hot. Like you're almost
too hot.
You're almost distorted.
Oh,
you're almost like
how do we
it almost
rectify that?
How do we rectify sounds that? Like you have a mouth of the South megaphone. I don't know. I can't see the level. That's where we need Cody. That's where him abandoning us.
Let me try to lower. Is that better? Am I still coming in hot?
You're a little. It just sounds. It almost sounds distorted. It almost sounds like you got like a Jimmy.
How about I'm back here? Is this better?
A little bit.
All right. Well, I'm like kind of far away from the mic now. How about back here?
I don't want you to be too
okay?
far. Now it just sounds weird. I don't want you to be too far. Is that a new mic? It looks fancy.
No, same mic.
Okay.
Same mic.
Think that might be a little better?
Is this better? How's this better? Check 1 2. Check it 1 2.
You're just hot. I don't mind a hot Eddie Pence on the mic.
No, I can't help it. Oh, how about now? Now?
I think it sounds a little better. Think you're a little better?
Better 2. Better 3.
Think it's a little better? I think. How do I sound? How do I sound?
Good. You sound good to me.
Always. You sound like you're
always beefy. You sound very beefy.
Hey, that's how I like it. That's how I like it. So, Eddie.
Yeah.
It's time for a Ramble movie review, of which I cannot partake in because I was feeling too sick to take you up on the invite.
You were.
Are you ready to give the Eddie Pence review of Avatar?
I'll give a spoiler-free review. I don't want
spoiler-free review of The Way of Water.
I walked out of Way of Water after. I mean, it was 3 hours.
Yeah.
Last time I saw a 3-hour movie was, I think, Batman. The Batman. And remember how you felt every minute of The Batman?
Oh, boy.
I felt every minute of Avatar.
Way of Water.
Oh,
man.
Yeah, I literally walked out of there the same way I walked out of the first Avatar going, okay, it was, okay.
Sure.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's very visually stunning. Half the time you're looking at it going, oh, how'd they do that shot? How'd they do that shot? But literally, is that what a movie should be? Like, oh my God, how'd you do that shot?
Yeah, that kind of is. Just get a PS5.
Yeah, like I'd rather play a video game. A lot of it looked, the entire second act is them just swimming around in water, looking at glowing things, and you're literally like, oh my God, this is like one of those like rides you go on at a theme park where you go to like different, like it's almost like an Epcot Center ride.
like wings across the world.
Yeah, like Soarin' at Disneyland California Adventure. It's like, oh, this is cool. It's not a great movie, but it's cool.
Wow, there it is. Shots fired. Eddie Pence is not afraid.
It's like I feel the exact. I actually like the first Avatar better. I like that story better than I like this one.
The Dances with Wolves.
Dances with Wolves with Blue People. I liked better.
You liked it better
than
this.
This was kind of like Dances with Wolves on water with a little Free Willy mixed in.
Wow, and they don't care about the unobtainium anymore. Is that kind of a done? Is that?
You want me to tell you what they're going for now?
Or
is that going to ruin it for you?
No, go ahead. I think I'll still try to maybe see.
Have you seen the posters for Avatar: Way of Water? Where there's a little Na'vi and he's holding on to that giant like whale looking thing.
The big whale guy, yeah.
The thing they're looking for now is
whale pussy.
Whale vagina. The clit of the whale.
Whale pussy juice. What if that is actually? What if Jake
moisturizer for anti-wrinkle cream?
He's just like, fuck it. They can't stop me. I'm going to make $1 billion no matter what. I'm putting that in the script. We're replacing unobtainium with whale pussy juice. I don't give a fuck. You can't stop me.
It's the greatest anti-aging cream on the market.
It's whale pussy juice.
But it's not far off from that. It's literally, you find out halfway through that they're kind of hunting these whale creatures for the brain juice of the whale.
I was close.
Brain juice, pussy juice, because it literally stops human aging, and that's worth more. It's like they drain this brain from this juice from this whale.
Right,
they're like, that's worth about $80 million. So, but they only touched on that for a sec. $80 million for something that stops.
That's a lot to go in the future. You think that'd be like 80 quadrillion would be?
That's coffee would be $80 million.
Right.
I don't know. I got problems with the movie.
Wow.
And there's a lot of setup for what looks like a third one.
Okay.
There seems to be a lot of he laid a lot of
whale dick. Whale
testicles. I think whale semen is the. I don't know. The first movie it stood alone by itself. It was a beginning, middle, and end to it. It kind of told the story or whatever.
Yeah.
This one they did a lot of groundwork for apparently a third one, fourth one, or fifth one.
Now, do the whales the whales talk? I remember you told me that.
There was a scene. There's a scene where the whales are doing that whale talk stuff, and they're doing subtitles for the whales.
I don't think Flipper had subtitles, did it?
No.
Flipper didn't even need it. If you're not going to put subtitles in Flipper,
just have the guy nod and go, that's terrible.
Right.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Whales.
Yeah. Wow. How much pussy juice did they want?
They took all your pussy juice? Jesus, we're going to stop this.
I will get it. There was like a 20-minute water battle towards the beginning of the third act, I guess. Hour 3. That was good. I was into it. They got me in. I was like, this is a great battle. I like this. This is good stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm just kind of like, eh.
Wow.
And I get the visual stunning stuff. I get that. You look at it, that's great. But it's like watching a movie in 3D. After 20 minutes, you're like, all right, I'm numb to it now.
Why am I here?
So I don't
Wow.
I don't get all
wow.
this. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Look at this. I see. So if I felt the same way about Avatar 1, I'm
feel the same
assuming
way.
I'll feel the same way about
you're gonna feel the exact same way
about this.
Except the jungle and glowing plants, you're gonna see a bunch of glowing fish.
And
That's the only difference.
There's no. Would it have been better if the whales all sounded like Goliath from Davy and Goliath? They're after our pussy juice, Navi. They're coming to get our pussy juice.
Please protect our pussy juice.
We can't have the pussy juice get stolen. I think that's a better movie.
I think I'm in. And you cut out an hour of it. Literally the second act, you could go up and take a 45-minute shit and not miss anything.
Wow! So that might be perfect for me.
It might be perfect for you. The second act is just James Cameron jerking off on camera. That's all the second act is. I'm sorry if I offended anyone who loves that movie, but that's
all right. So
it's my truth.
Is The Abyss better?
I like the story better in The Abyss.
Yep. All right.
I don't know. You got to have some story that really pulls you in. The visual stuff's great, but if the story doesn't hook you,
who cares? Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Like I said, if it's without the story, it's just Soarin' at Disneyland California Adventure
in the water. Cool, you're just swimming. You're just swimming. Swimming apostrophe over the M.
That's all you're doing. You're just swimming.
Well, let's hit the music. What do you think? I mean, there's no music to hit, but
no, we can't.
Don't ask me. Everyone, come on, we all know this. What you know is true. Does maybe Australian ramblers should feel bad if they don't know this? Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. I was standing. You were there. Two worlds collided. And they could never tear us apart. Bum, 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 bum. Shit, we live for 1,000 years. But if I hurt you, I'd make wine from your tears. There we go. Bam. Right there. Ramble 335.
Yeah.
Tree 35. Tree 35. 335. And we have an email from Joshua Snide. Okay, this is where shots are going to... Snides?
Oh.
Some shots are going to be fired here, and this is...
Okay.
But first, he says, Dear Ramble, firstly and most important, continued love and support to Jerry as he undergoes chemo. Thank you, buddy. You're a champ, man. No, you're the champ, Snides. And then, all right, now he's explicitly saying, so we're going to give him some leeway. I'm not trying to start a Ramble Rumble.
Don't do that.
But I moved to strike Seahawk 87's illegitimate attempts to be atop the Ramble review board with a third attempt. 1, it isn't a genuine review. No mention of the podcast. He made it about himself. 2, he deleted his previous review and merely edited an old one or replaced it. There's not even a third attempt.
Wow.
By the power of Cody's red pen of righteous judgment. Strike true. Just, wow.
Cody's not here to go.
I know, so it's gonna stand, and look, Snides, no fucking way I'm gonna crawl into the iTunes rankings and eliminate anything on the Ramble. There's no way.
Snides only's got one choice left, is to create another account to go in and reclaim his title.
It looks like Snyder. Fight fire with fire. That's all. That's the only. I'm not. You didn't hear it from us.
No.
Right, Eddie?
We're not encouraging creating of fake accounts.
Never.
Just to add bogus.
Never.
Positive text reviews.
I sure wouldn't.
No.
I sure wouldn't. I sure would not do that. But
if I was Snides,
if I'm in your position and I'm feeling slighted that my review was knocked off the championship,
that's the only path towards
no one's stopping you from DDPing this and being the two-time. No one is. Okay, can we talk about DDP real quick?
Please. That's all I like to.
Does he not get enough credit for? I mean, he made Karl Malone look exciting in the wrestling ring. Can we give him some credit for that?
DDP always has a soft spot in my heart because
he's one of my favorite. I was so bummed he never went to WWE when everyone else did after the WCW ended.
I think he was trying to be loyal to WCW.
Yes, because he was so fucking great.
Yeah.
He was But
like his path where he was like, he didn't get into like he was 40, right?
40. I mean, he was a valet for a little bit when Hall was a diamond stud, right?
Yeah, the Diamond Exchange.
The Diamond Exchange.
The Diamond Exchange.
Did I ever tell you when I met him? First of all, nobody kinder. Like the coolest dude. His wife, his house is gorgeous. They're so nice. They were so welcoming. They made no one felt like a stranger in there, right?
Yeah.
And he was telling stories with Hall, and they talked about the toothpick. I asked him about the toothpick, and Hall had said it was in his talk about life being a game of inches. It was Hall. They were at a Waffle House after a road gig, and Hall put on he goes, "Hey, we should do this next time we go to the ring. We should have toothpicks in our mouths." Like that should be our thing. And him and DDP start to walk out was during the Diamond Exchange.
Yeah.
And DDP's just fell out. He kind of lost it and it dropped and he's like, shit. But Hall kept it in and he flicked it and that was it. That was it. And they were talking about like how Hall had said that like they were kind of annoyed. In Hall's words, we were kind of annoyed that Dallas wasn't getting the push he deserved.
Yeah.
So Nash and I went to Bischoff and them and said, look, we're going to give Dallas a push. And that led to that awesome moment where they give him the NWO shirt and then he just diamond cuts both of them. Yeah. Remember that? That was great.
And he became the first true People's Champion.
Yeah, because he rejected them. It was great.
Literally went in and out of the crowd. Like,
yes, it was awesome. So yeah, it was. So apparently, Paige has always been like the locker room favorite, like the guy that nobody had any problem with. You know what I mean? Like a dude who was just a solid guy. And meeting him, he was absolutely just the coolest fucking dude you could imagine. It was.
Well, he's just that guy that's like worked hard, and he never got from the powers that be. Never saw him and plucked him and put him up.
Right.
He had to like literally bust his ass, create all his relationships, and everyone loved him. And like, no, we're pushing this guy up.
We're pushing him,
and that's that gives me hope as a comedian. In this business, like
absolutely. And can we also? I know he's done finishers. Diamond Cutter's an all-time finisher.
Yeah.
Great name, great move. That is just a
predates the RKO.
It predates the RKO. Absolutely. The RKO is a variation of the Diamond Cutter.
Yeah.
And I love the Diamond Cutter was fucking great. But yeah, it was man, that was good shit. Because we're gonna talk wrestling here in a minute.
Yeah, we are.
We're going there. Michael Mills. Hey, guys. Hope all is well. Jerry, I really hope you're crushing this round of chemo. It was shitty, but then it got a lot better. But then I got a fucking head cold. Thankfully, it was testing negative for COVID, but it kind of fucked us getting to get a Ramble out. But I think this Ramble is going to be a day late, as you will all know. But I believe next week should be all right, because if we can tape on Sunday, I should be good to go to have a rant. We'll see what happens. But sending you as much good karma as I can. Thank you, Fight Jerry Fight. I appreciate it. Hope you all had a great Christmas and whatnot. Same to you, buddy. I have a couple of gift cards to buy, and I'm done with my Christmas shopping. Woohoo. All right, enough of this shit. Let's ramble the fuck on. We're going to go to the hat, Eddie. It's pro wrestling gimmick.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
It's a tough one. The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs. Undertaker and Ric Flair lived their gimmicks, but I'd have to say Hulk Hogan. Like, what even was that? Terry was a redneck from South Georgia that had aspirations of being a rock and roller, turned into a superhero in yellow trunks, and it worked? Hogan put wrestling into pop culture and helped make it the brand it is today. How could it not be him? What Ronald McDonald did for Happy Meals, Hogan did for Gen X's interest in pro wrestling, which was considered a bad word at the time. Carruthers. Pat, Carruthers, Cars, Thurs, Sure. Hey, Ramblers, it's been a while. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Hope everyone's doing well. Wrestling gimmick giving. I'm not a wrestling fan. I'm not sure this counts as a gimmick, but I'd put Hulkamania on the hat. That shit was everywhere. That's two.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it's a gimmick that can transcend people who are just casual or don't even pay attention to wrestling, and you know who that is, that's a pretty good gimmick.
It's amazing. Joshua Snides.
Nice.
He's going to go The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Neri Romero. It's a great one. Neri Romero is back. Rams? G'day, fellas. Neri, I hope you enjoyed. Don't ask me. I hope you enjoyed the NXS. Gutted I missed the Fleetwood Mac list. I love that band, but life was nonstop last week. If it's cool, I'm going to go quickly say Rhiannon goes on the hat for me. Absolutely love that song to the point I wrote a short film inspired by it, which of course never went anywhere. That's just how it goes sometimes. That's cool though, man. Hat wrestling gimmick. There are a few that could go on, but I'm going to go with Sting. Specifically the black and white Crow Sting. I hadn't seen the Crow movie when I first saw Sting as a youngin' on WCW, but seeing him in the rafters at first and then come down and take on the NWO was mind-blowing at the time. Plus, he still kicks ass on AEW, although I'm always worried something's going to break. The man is in his fucking 60s, I think. Oh, it's true. He's Miller.
Going the route of Flair.
He is. Mills.
Oh,
this is a good one, Jerry. Thanks. First thing that came to mind was NWO New World Order. I mean, to take Hogan, easily the biggest face in wrestling at the time, and make him a heel was an absolute genius move. Hollywood Hogan and the NWO dominated wrestling for what seemed like forever, but I think I have to go with the many personalities of Mick Foley. It doesn't matter if it's Cactus Jack, Dude Love Mankind, or plain old Mick Foley. You know you're about to see some crazy shit go down. I mean, how many wrestlers other than Mick Foley have ever taken up 3 spots in a single Royal Rumble? 98. True. And who else but Mick Foley could have pulled off that incredible Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker? Mick Foley, if you're listening, and why wouldn't you be? You're the fucking greatest, man. That's a great one. And why he should be listening.
Well, any match that involved either Mick Foley or the Hardys and Edge and Christian.
Oh, you knew wild shit was going to go down.
Anytime those guys were involved in a match.
Must watch.
Yeah.
Stop everything and watch this. Jeremy, bienvenue. Hey guys, I'm submitting this Sunday morning, so it may not make the cut. It made it because we were late. I was hanging with my family all weekend celebrating my birthday. That's on Monday. Happy late birthday. Apologize it's late, but I figured it was worth a shot. Ramble on. Hat has to be The Undertaker. You'd make arguments for many others, but at the end of the day, none of them lasted 30 years, nor could have easily flopped due to being so stupid. He made it work and was a badass while doing it. The Undertaker.
That gimmick had legs because it went through several phases, and every time it got stale or terrible, it changed. It's sort of like, Chris Jericho does the same thing with whatever he does.
Yeah.
He sort of evolves and changes, but sort of keeps the same base character. So
can I give you my I narrowed it down to 3. I have one.
Okay.
My number 1, but I went Nature Boy.
Yeah.
Because it 2 wrestlers carried it.
Yeah.
Legendary wrestlers carried it.
Yeah.
Undertaker, but I had, man, you're talking pure gimmick. As a little kid, really believing that you screaming at your television is propelling Hulk Hogan to victory. That whole power of Hulkamania, I had to give it to Hulkamania. He was a real life superhero. Well, I mean, not real, but he was a superhero. That's to us,
that was the gimmick.
Yes, it was like. I mean, I remember. I've been to. I was at a Cowboy game where they beat the Jaguars on a last second touchdown. You understand? In Texas Stadium, and there was no pop bigger than when I saw. I was at Mavs games where Dirk hit a big 3 in the fourth quarter. I've never seen a pop like that. when I was at Reunion Arena watching it, and he kicks out of the Big Boss Man with the handcuffs, and he does Hulkamania. It was the loudest pop I've ever been a part of in a live setting, and it was about half the people that were at the Cowboy game. You know what I mean? And it was the biggest pop. I had to go Hulkamania.
The only reason I didn't pick Hulkamania is because I can't truly define what the gimmick is.
Right,
other than just massive it's just superhero, I guess.
Superhero, yeah.
I mean, because I had the Hitman, which I think he did a great thing.
That was a great one.
With that man, Macho Man. I mean,
Macho
just
Man's
being a
a great
womanizing, almost woman beating wrestler. It's several times.
And he was a face.
He raised the hand.
And he was a face at a point.
He raised the hand to Elizabeth, the back of his hand.
So many times.
And she would flinch. She would flinch. Yeah, that. She would flinch. Or he would direct her back. He would send her back. Which just tells you, like, oh no, he's hit her.
Yes, like this guy has fucked her up.
She's been struck by him. So, those gimmicks, to sell that gimmick into a face is pretty great. But I gotta go Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, the Nature Boy.
Because so many, not only the two wrestlers carried, but what he did with it to turn into the Playboy, the wheeling and dealing, limousine
and the
riding.
fact that it worked equally as a face and a heel. Equally. It worked.
And the fact that he
changed nothing as a face or a heel. He changed nothing as a face or a heel.
He's the same person.
Yep.
But the fact that his gimmick influenced every rapper from 1980 until present.
Ever. It's insane.
There would not be modern day rap without
Ric
Nature
Flair.
Boy Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
That is a gimmick that transcends the medium it was born in.
Brilliant gimmick. The Nature Boy. Fucking great.
I got to go Nature Boy.
Ramble 336. You ready for this one, Eddie?
Yeah.
What game show host is going to go on the Hall of Fame hat? What host of a game show?
Oh.
Who?
Oh. Oh.
Open, close, and encore time. The Run DMC.
Now, is it game show host that have turned full MAGA, or is it just? There's been quite a few that have gone full MAGA.
No, I think it's just any game show host. Now they can count.
Excluding anybody.
If you really like Pat Sajak, he's in there.
Or who's Love Connection? Chuck Woolery.
Woolery. If you really love Woolery, he's in there.
He's in there. Okay, just want to make sure.
2 and 2.
2 and 2.
2 and 2. Oh, man. The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs, Run DMC, they open with Peter Piper, close with It's Tricky, encore Walk This Way. Pat Carruthers, you open with Run's House, you double close with My Adidas into Walk This Way, you encore with King of Rock. Mm-hmm. Snyder has them open with King of Rock, close with Sucker MCs, encore Walk This Way. Michael Miller, you open with King of Rock, close with It's Tricky, because that time of the year, encore with Christmas and Hollis. Bienvenue, opening Christmas Hollis, same reason for Miller. It's that time of year. You close with King of Rock. Encore with Ghostbusters from the Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack. I love that fucking song.
Yeah.
I have them open with Christmas and Hollis.
Okay.
You close with It's Tricky. You encore with Walk This Way.
That's mine.
Oh, shit. It's Tricky.
That's mine.
It's Tricky. I mean, come on.
That's mine.
God, did anyone make the Adidas jumpsuit look better than those guys? The Adidas tracksuit? Did anyone?
They did for the Adidas tracksuit what Flair did for the rap game.
The rap game. Oh my God. Do you have any Christmas music? Man, this is Christmas music. Pardon me, Ramble 336. Outcast, Eddie.
Oh.
What is Outcast? Open, close, and encore with. Get those Ramble at the ramblepod.com. What game show host goes on the hat? Outcast. Eddie, it's time to bring your pussy over here. We're reading books. We're playing video games.
Okay.
Michael Miller. Mills.
Although
I haven't actually started reading yet, next thing on my reading list is a book my Aunt Patty bought me for my 50th birthday called Nothing Compares to You by Susanna Melvoin. Wendy Melvoin's twin sister. Longtime Prince girlfriend, member of the family, and inspiration for Nothing Compares to You by the family, not by Sinead O'Connor. Wow, shots fired at Sinead.
Wow.
I recently got new controllers for my original Super Nintendo, so I've been playing the original Donkey Kong Country as well as Super Star Wars, and of course, some Super Mario Brothers All-Stars. Goddamn, I forgot how hard Super Mario Brothers 2 is. Holy shit. Also picked up Star Control for the Sega Genesis. I haven't played Star Control in like 30 plus years. Honestly, don't really remember that much about it, but I remember playing it with my roommate Pete my freshman year of college. Found both of the Super Nintendo controllers and the Star Control game at a store called Ready Up in Marion, Ohio. Shout out to everybody at Ready Up. If you're in Ohio, check them out. They have everything: video games, collectible toys, Magic the Gathering tournaments, and more. You can rent chunks of game time on a variety of game systems. They also have a free arcade featuring several retro game cabinets like Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, Centipede, Star Wars, Double Dragon, and Mortal Kombat. You guys would love it. Ramble road trip, Eddie?
I think we may have to.
This may have to happen. Are you reading anything or playing anything?
Well, Colton got a whole slew of video games from Santa Claus.
Oh, shit. Bum, ba-dum, bum.
So we've been kind of going. He got. Let me see here. He got Gotham Knights.
Oh,
which I guess is the 5th installment of the Arkham games. I guess. Is that
I think technically it's the 5th. This is one where he's dead, right?
Yeah, he died,
and all the other ones take
Nightwing, Robin, Batgirl, and I forget who else. Nice. And then what else did he get? He got what did he get? He got I told you I got man. He got Midnight Suns.
Yeah.
I'm playing that one right now. And he got I got him Grand Theft Auto 5, which we haven't started playing yet.
All right.
He's been wanting it since he was a child, so I finally got it for him. But
nice.
Midnight Suns is pretty fun. It's an interesting game.
I can't wait to play it. I still have to open that one.
Fuck.
I'm still playing, of course, Zelda 2, Elden Ring, God of War, Ragnarok. Started reading Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy again, just because it's so fucking funny. It's such a great book. Yeah, that's about it for now. That's really got it. I'm laser focusing on Zelda 2 and Elden Ring. On my Twitch stream, I finally beat Splatterhouse.
Nice.
That was fun. And and then I played Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo last night.
Okay.
And got obliterated. I had no idea. And then everyone, I think Ray of the Ramble, Tolius was like, dude, this is like the most unfair hard game to play. Like, this is literally made to play against another person. You don't play this against a computer. And it's like, I couldn't get a fucking hit in. It's fucking bullshit. So that one was rough. But all right. There we go. But my God, Eddie, it's time for the top 5 Christmas movie villains. We're able to do this.
Okay.
Eddie.
I think so.
The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs. He starts with the Wet Bandits from Home Alone. Marriage from Eyes Wide Shut. The Gremlins in Gremlins. Catwoman in Batman Returns. Hans Gruber in Die Hard. PC, Pat Carruthers. You go Bumpus Hounds from A Christmas Story. Mortimer and Randolph Duke from Trading Places. Great Dark Horse.
Good one.
Joshua from Lethal Weapon, another good one. Cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation. Nothing in the movie antagonizes Clark more than Eddie. And number 1, the Wet Bandits, Home Alone. I would also listen to arguments for Kevin's parents. Happy holidays, Ramblers. Good vibes, Jerry and the chemo. Thank you. Hopefully my crappy Browns can help Eddie's Commanders make the playoffs on New Year's Day. Nope. This is an older one.
Unfortunately, fortunately, I'm going to say, you guys helped us get rid of Carson Wentz.
Yes, there it is.
Carson Wentz won that game.
Oh,
we may have snuck into the playoffs, and that might have given us another year of Carson Wentz.
You don't need that.
So thank you, Browns, for ending the Carson Wentz
Nobody
era
wants that
in Washington.
Joshua Snyder, he goes the Wet Bandits from Home Alone, Krampus, Scrooge from A Christmas Carol, Scott Farkas from A Christmas Story, and number 1, The Grinch from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. You guys are the best. You're the best. Have a great week and holiday season. All the best. Nights. Nice. Neri Romero, top 5 Christmas movie villains. Don't really have 5, so here's 3. I need to watch more Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Mayor Mayhew from the How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and the Wet Sticky Bandits from Home Alone 1 and 2. Honorable mention, the old next door neighbor man and the pigeon lady for Home Alone 1 and 2 before they had their face turned. They were terrifying to me as a kid. That's it for me, Jerry. Hope the chemo didn't kick you around too much. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for everything, guys. Be excellent to each other and ramble on, dudes. Thank you, Neri. Michael Mills. Burgermeister Meisterburger from Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Good one. Hans Gruber from Die Hard, because Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Johnny Gasparini from Better Off Dead, I Want My $2. The Grinch from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the animated classic. And number 1, Stripe from Gremlins.
Ooh.
All right, that's all I got for this week. Take care, everybody. Bye. Michael S. Miller. Jeremy Bienvenu. Muse. Cheers. Oogie Boogie. All of the Gremlins. Max Schreck in Batman Returns, since it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Well, Die Hard is, and that is.
Yep. There's no argument to be made. Number 2, Hans Gruber. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Yeah, number 1, Harry and Marv from Home Alone. They're going to bite off a child's fingers and murder him. Doesn't get any more fucked up than that.
Yeah.
There we go. My number 5, Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas. What was your number 5, Ed?
My number 5, I don't know, where's it? I got it. Oh, Professor Hinkle from Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one. It's a
he
damn
was
good
literally
one.
trying to leave a girl out in the snow to die.
That's right, to die.
And then he literally melted.
He did.
The hero, Frosty the Snowman.
He melted the hero. That's a great one.
Professor Hinkle.
I'm going to go Wet Bandits from Home Alone, number 4.
That's my number 4. That's my...
Oh, look at that.
My
number 3, Catwoman, Batman Returns.
Okay. My number 3, Mayor Mayhew from How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
My number 2, Frank Cross from Scrooge. I thought Bill Murray was his own villain in that film. He was a villain who learns to be a good guy. What was your number 2?
Scott Farkas from Christmas Story.
My number 1, I considered a Christmas film. I had to go Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Great villain.
My number 1, and no one said this, but he's the only one. Usually the villain of the Christmas Story has some sort of turn at the end where he realizes he was bad.
Yep.
Even Professor Hinkle realized he was bad.
He has a moment. Yeah.
The one that never turned, Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life.
That's true. He was always an asshole.
He was always an asshole. He was a villain from the beginning to the end. He died an asshole.
An asshole. What a great...
He's the greatest villain.
That is true.
I mean, I guess if you consider Die Hard a Christmas, Hans Gruber died a villain. But I don't consider that a Christmas movie, so I don't count it. But to me, Potter is the greatest Christmas villain of all time. Look at that.
Well, why I picked Gruber is because he's the only one who gets the Christmas miracle in that movie.
Yeah.
It's Christmas, Theo. It's a time for miracles. Okay, great. You asked for the miracle, I give you the FBI. Potter's a great one, man. Potter, what a great list. What a great ramble.
Potter never turns.
Never goes good. We did it, you all. What a great fucking ramble. We're going to hopefully be back next week. Normal scheduling. So get those emails in. Next ramble. What hat goes on the game show host Hall of Fame? What game show host? What would Outcast open, close, and encore with? And we're going to go crazy here, Eddie. Top 5 Star Trek movies. Top 5 Star Trek movies. Top 5 Star Trek movies. That's how we're ringing in the next year.
Final Frontier, number 1.
The Scientology shot. Top 5 Star Trek movies. We're doing it. All right. We love you all. Stay safe. Thank you for tuning in. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.